Hey guys, welcome back to Roax and to another vlog. Things have been really hectic and crazy. I feel like this transition that we keep having to go through of boys being home to, you know, Roman being at school and kind of having like that little separation, which gives me more free time, hasn't been like super consistent, I guess, lately. So we kind of go from being iced in with everybody being here and then me not getting a lot of stuff done that I need to get done, and then when school starts back up, it's like crunch time to get everything done, and I just can't find the extra time to sit down and read. We are now on spring break, and although I am once again falling behind on a bunch of work, I have been realizing how much I am lacking of self-care, self-love, and one of that is reading. So that's what today's video is about. I am going to be doing a little updated book vlog and also just sharing little pieces of what makes me happy during the spring break, and yeah, a little bit of self-care, self-love. I need it before it's crunch time again and school is back in session. So I am a little scatterbrained today, book-wise. I can't remember. It was like 2 vlogs ago that I did a book update. I know I mentioned Samantha March's Christie book 1 and then Scarlet book 2. Those will be on my recent book blog that'll be linked down below in the description if you want to check it out. Like I said, I haven't had a lot of spare time when it was crunch time when school was in, so I have not picked up the 3rd book yet. I still plan to very soon, but yeah, I wanted to for March. It doesn't look like I'm going to. I know a couple of the other books in that blog I've also mentioned in my past vlog. It'll just be my full detail book review pretty much in that blog for you guys. But what I'm currently reading, I'm really excited about. I have been reading a lot of manga this year. I've fallen back into it and I'm loving it, especially times like this where it's really busy and crazy. It's either we are all crammed at home and like getting stir crazy, or like I said, school's back and I'm like working my ass off to get back on track with work. So mangas have been very light reads for me. They're just like so easy for me to find the time to just sit down and just, because oh my god, I zoom through them so fast and then I'm devastated that I read them so fast. So it's been nice with having just little periods here and there where I'm like, I'm gonna do a quick lunch and I can read a little bit on this, you know, and not really fall into it, I guess, like a book and be like trapped in like, you know, really wanting to like stay with it, and then I get like nothing done because I just read. So yeah, I did read Machine Gun Kelly's Hotel Diablo. I'm not sure if I mentioned this one in the last video or not. I feel like I might have, but it is a graphic novel and I really enjoyed it. It will be coming, I think it's going to be in my next book blog. But if you like graphic novels, it has like several stories. It's all about the same hotel, but it has like several short stories, so it's really nice. I found all of them to be very intriguing. It definitely is creepy, more on the darker side, but I absolutely loved it. I haven't picked up like a graphic novel like this, I mean, in so long. It never really was my thing as much as just actual manga, so it's been kind of like a refresher for me in a way. Did finish the first Tokyo Ghoul, and then I picked up the next one, finished it too. I believe this one is in my book blog already, and this one will be in my next one. But I'm loving this series so far. It's really good. I think I mentioned it in my last video as well, but worth a mention when it comes to manga. Really good series. I'm going to be getting my hands on the 3rd one very soon. Alright, then I'm currently reading One Piece Volume 2. So I haven't finished this one quite yet. I just started it. But you guys know I loved the first volume, so I'm already like sunk in. I know I've started like so many mangas at this point again, but some of them, like these two, I just had to. I always really liked Bleach, and I have so many of them that I just wanted to start the series again and then start buying the ones that I don't have. So I did start the first one and finished it. I'm going to be going to the second one. But I don't know, it just feels so weird like reading it again, but I really love Bleach. It's one of my favorites. But yeah, these two series I really want to complete. And it's going to take me a really, really long time, so you guys are probably going to get tired of hearing about those two. Tokyo Ghoul, I feel like, doesn't have near as many, or Vampire Night, which I think I mentioned in the last one too. I don't have my first one here. I was reading it too, but I didn't come prepared with that one. But it has been one that I've been reading as well, but I did mention it in my last vlog. But if you're here, like, actual book-wise, I'm gonna dive into it. I'm gonna throw it up on the screen just because, like I've mentioned before, I just kind of read mainly on my Kindle these days. So, yeah. So, sadly, I did not finish Sugar yet. It was the Levon Book Club of the Month book. I have not finished it yet. February was a busy month for all of us girls. I'm actually wondering if they finished it yet or not. We all were just kind of like, I think one of us just cracked and was like, I didn't get that book done yet. And we're all like, oh, thank God, I didn't either. I'm also still reading The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue, loving it still. I have not finished it yet. It is a rather long one, and it's like my savory pick right now, although all of my books kind of turned into savory picks where I'm taking forever to get through them. But Addie LaRue is just different. I really like the storytelling. I like the way it's written. It's just it's a good page turner for sure. There's just a lot to it to keep up with and to kind of like get invested in. A lot of people, but a lot of dates, people, and places. But I'm still really, really enjoying it, and I'm like this close to finishing it. I'm probably gonna finish it tonight when I take a bath. Those two books I'm reading. And then besides that, it's just kind of been the manga, and it's just kind of been what I've been enjoying. I haven't really finished a whole lot this past, I feel like, couple of weeks, but I'm getting there. I'm pretty close on almost all of them that I'm currently reading right now. To be read is going to be short and sweet today because a lot of them are the same ones that I mentioned in the past video since I haven't done a whole lot of reading, but I think I mentioned The Midnight Library. I will be starting that as soon as I finish the Addie LaRue. Manga-wise, like I said, I have so many Bleach. They're like all down here, but I have so many Bleach, so I'm going to be continuing that series. I have Vampire Night lined up. I have to get the next Tokyo Ghoul, One Piece. Yeah. I'm pretty good there, but I also have the Death Note Black Edition. This is volume 1 and 2 together. Another throwback, but this is a manga that hasn't really stayed with me. I feel like I never got like really far in this series. So yeah, I wanted to pick it up and try it out again as well. I remember the other ones that I mentioned. I do want to start another Stephen King. I kind of want like a horror. I've also been looking at Simone St. James. The Sundown Motel. It's supposed to be like a really creepy read, so I've been eyeing it for a really long time. I feel like that might be one of my next ones. And then also she, I think, has a newer one, The Book of Cold Cases, and I'm really intrigued by that. It's like true crime, right up my alley, so.
I take antidepressants, illness and welfare around my adolescence. My friends probably hate me, can't answer a message. Filled with anxiety, always behind me. Feeling inadequate's always what's driving me. Not a role model, that's not what I strive to be. Can't go outside, I'm afraid they'd be finding me. Paranoid about my privacy, yeah. And they always asking questions about my face, can't relate. Fucking caught my own reflection, broke a mirror the other day. Got a lot of bad shit that I'm taking to my grave. Got a fucking date with death on house arrest till trial days. So I grab the red wine on rainy days and then I poet. Cause I'll age another fucking 1,000 days before I know it. Yeah, I spend them all inside, waste my time while I'm scrolling. But I love when it rains, cause I'm agoraphobic. Easy this is the last one you get.
The month of March ended up being a pretty moody one, as I predicted. It's been really hard mentally. I have found imposter syndrome creeping up on me like no other. I've been really hard on myself recently, and so I've been trying to switch up my routines, focus more in on my mental health as well as my physical health, and that has definitely involved more relaxation time and resting time, trying to overcome the impossible with imposter syndrome, and loving myself has been extremely hard. If you are going through it too, I have typed recent blogs that are linked below. If you want to check them out, you're not alone. And it can be really tiring and really hard. It is so worth it to push through that, and if anything, create with it. I wish you all the best, and I hope that you're taking care of yourself, giving yourself a little bit of self-care time, and just loving who you are.